Today on Cultivating Care, Tommy sits down with Tricia Mercaldo, board president of the Cindy Platt Boys and Girls Club of Transylvania County, located in Brevard, North Carolina. The club provides a safe and supportive place for local children and teenagers to learn, build relationships, and develop the skills they need to reach their full potential. I hope you enjoyed Tommy's conversation with Tricia.
All right. Good morning.
Morning.
It's been a beautiful day today and yesterday. We got to catch up, have some dinner. You got a little sneak preview of the farm before that,
Yeah,
which is nice.
It's amazing.
And I've enjoyed time kind of catching up. It's been a while and we've got a shared journey. So in life, with the work that we've done over the years together,
Right.
with our shared experience of having cancer together,
Right.
In terms of knowing what that is and how it informs us about life. And I'm so happy to have you out here on the farm to talk about care.
Thank you.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's delightful.
yeah, you've
Thank
had
you.
so many roles over the years, but what's been consistent with you is being a person that cares for others. And I know you've got a role at the Boys and Girls Club. Can you explain what you're doing up in North Carolina with them?
Sure. So it's the Cindy Platt Boys and Girls Club of Transylvania County.
Okay.
And I'm currently the board chair, but also am on the HR committee, and we have a little store called Gravy. I'm leading that committee, and then we have a board resource committee. So, and I, in particular, enjoy mentoring the staff at the Boys and Girls Club. So pretty engaged, I would say.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, you've got a lot of experience in that. We've known each other in kind of the corporate world.
Right.
When you were at Turner and at Coke and at different industries. And that's been a common theme for you, is taking care of other people. So I'm not surprised you want to do that in your local community.
Yeah, it's great.
What drew you into that? What made you pick the Boys and Girls Club?
So we've had a home in Brevard for several years, and it's the place where we want to retire. Mm-hmm. Someday we'll do that. But the Boys and Girls Club is right around the corner from our road.
Okay.
And so I remember when we bought the house, I said, "Oh, Alan, that's where I'm going to end up someday."
Nice.
And so over time, we have volunteered there. I volunteered. I helped them rework their website, just as a volunteer, because we weren't living in Brevard yet.
Okay.
And so, it just kind of has materialized over time. But always my passion has been for kids.
Okay.
My original intent was to be a school teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And I was working my way through college and realized that after 6 years of school, to be the kind of teacher I wanted to be, I was already making as much money as I would make there. Mm-hmm. So I turned my focus to technology.
Okay.
In those days, it was called computer science.
Yeah.
But I never lost my passion for the kids or for helping other people, no matter what the job is. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So it's been really great.
That's great. Yeah. So as you work with Boys and Girls Club, what have you found is being meaningful to you in terms of the type of care that's provided by that organization?
Yep. So we really, in our county, it's pretty big geographically. Mm-hmm. And so there are kids who live in healthy homes and all of those things. And then there are a lot of kids who do not have that opportunity, right? And live way out and all this stuff. So putting all those kids together in the Boys and Girls Club, they have fantastic programs. And so kids who didn't know there were opportunities can get opportunities to do something different in their life that they would never know otherwise.
Right.
And so I get goosebumps when I talk about that because I've seen it in action and it's really amazing. And then watching the kids who were club kids and then they come back when they graduate from high school and maybe they go to college or maybe they just get a job, but they come back and help with summer camp and all those things. And then some of them go on to work at the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah.
Oh, what a fantastic story.
Right.
And some of these kids, again, come from backgrounds where that might not have been the path for them, but bringing them all together in the club, very specific kinds of programs and passionate staff members and people who really just love the kids. Yeah.
How do you get those programs in front of people? How do people know what Boys and Girls Club has to offer? What are the communication mechanisms or community involvement that gets the word out?
Yeah, we have, we're improving it because, you know, I have a communications background too, so that I'm very passionate about that. But we're, for our next strategic plan, which we just did, corporate talk, we're going to kind of market it more than just tell people. We're going to tell the stories of the kids who have gone through those programs. And we have a small local newspaper, so we're getting in the newspaper more and more with those stories. But also, we have events around town. Anytime we can participate in something our community is doing, we have the opportunity to get the kids in front of people to talk about why they love the club. And that's so powerful. Right? And it's true for them. We can't tell them what to say. We just have to recognize the kids who can tell the right story and want to do that sort of thing.
Right.
And get them in front of people. And I will say Helene was a big moment for us because we have fabulous board members who have their connections. And we were able to bring in chicken and hamburgers and hot dogs, and we fed anyone for quite a while. And that was amazing.
Yeah.
And so that brought people to the club who never thought about the club before, and they think it might be too fancy for them or something, and it isn't. It's for everyone. And the other beautiful thing is through grants and donations, kids don't have to pay during the school year to go there, but we feed them.
Yeah.
And you know, we take them to and from places, but it's kind of amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
That's, you know, that's a great way to kind of be in community and, you know, take kids that have energy and curiosity and channel into a community effort that we're all here together as one community.
That's right.
That's the neat thing about Boys and Girls Club. And it's, you know, it's not, from what I've seen, that I don't think it's fancy, but it's about creating opportunity. And
that's 100% right.
Yeah, yeah. So what are some of the things that you're trying to do this year? You were talking a little bit about Gravy.
Yeah.
It's an interesting name. Where did Gravy come from?
So Cindy Platt was a woman in our community, and she founded the Boys and Girls Club and got the funding, and it started really tiny. And now we've got a big piece of property, and we're building a teen center, which is really amazing. But she also set up this little store in downtown Brevard on Main Street, where local vendors and artists and her friends could sell their things.
Yeah.
And so today we have 40 vendors.
Oh, wow.
And it's really unique and beautiful things. Most of it's made locally, or it's made within North Carolina. We try to, you know, have a focus on that.
Right.
And so we're helping those people get a little extra income, right? But also funds that go above and beyond paying for the operational expenses of the store, then go back to the club.
Okay.
And a couple of years ago, people didn't really know about that connection so much anymore. That the store started in 2006, but but we now have a wall. You walk through a space, and we've got walls with pictures of the kids and the story of Cindy Platt Boys and Girls Club, to make sure people know that when they're in the store shopping, they're also supporting the club.
Yeah.
People get really excited about that.
Yeah.
And we're a tourist town, so
Right.
some people come in and go, how does this work? Because we have a Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah.
How does this work?
Right.
So
Yeah.
those are great conversations.
Yeah. So is there been any conversation with kind of corporate Boys and Girls Club to say, here's a model that could help in other communities, or is this a common thing that Boys and Girls Club has done?
It depends on the community where you have a Boys and Girls Club as to whether that would work.
Right.
Like, Atlanta has one, but it's a different community. It's just a whole different environment.
Right.
But we are, I got to go to the national conference this year, which was really exciting. I had no idea how big it is. And, I've been to a bunch of tech conferences. This was really well done.
Really?
Yeah, it was really well done. And they had great speakers and so passionate for the kids. And then they would have some of the teens or people who were club kids come back and talk about their experience at their clubs and how happy they are to have had those opportunities. And a big focus nationally is on the teens. There's a lot of difficulty with teens now. And so helping teens graduate and then be ready for the world when they graduate.
Yeah.
We call it workforce readiness, but it's really how do you get out there and survive? So first of all, get through high school.
Yeah.
Because not everybody does. And then how to help them find their path. So that's a big focus for us. We are building a teen center. It'll be finished next year. And we're providing safe spaces, showers, laundry facilities, places where teens can come and just hang out or get help with their homework. And there's some programming as well, like how to manage your personal finances or change the oil in the car, that sort of thing. So really just focusing on giving them life skills. So while the kids come up through that, they want to come as a teen, and then they're getting something really good that they can take with them, whatever they choose to do next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of conversations with human service leaders, and kind of these conversations on the farm is focused around that. And a lot of it has been in the later stages of life, and like senior living and senior care. And it's neat to see, a space where we're looking at forming adults and creating opportunity and dignity in life. And I think, all types of care that I think are post-acute care or chronic care type services are about, I think, dignity in life, that, you're thrown a curveball, there's a circumstance that puts you in a position where you need the community to support you.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how much Boys and Girls Club wants, to be a part of that. They're probably one of the ones that you think about the most that are in formation of adults. What do you see coming in the next year or so in your community? What's exciting to you to continue to breathe life into it? Because I was talking to you last night. It's like you got to stay relevant with what you're doing, because you've got donors, and donors need to be inspired to, well, what are you doing in the community? And sometimes it takes continuing to innovate, let's say, and how we can add even more value to our community. What ideas and thoughts are coming?
So we, our CEO is amazing. She's young but wise beyond her years, and she is really great at reaching out to other nonprofits in our area. So we do some courses and things for parents as well that are free of charge, and so connecting with the other nonprofits in our area to, kind of lead the way on how to get things done well, because we are in a really great place right now, but also connecting with them so that we can take care of the whole family. Because it's one thing to have the kid in a safe place for a few hours a day, but then you send them back to the family. Is that a good place? How do we educate the parents as well
Okay.
and support the parents?
Right.
So, and there's a Hispanic nonprofit that we already bring some of those kids into the club. We have a couple of bilingual staff members, and they help with homework and that sort of thing. But we also are starting to partner with them to help support other families. So just broadening the reach of the success that we're having. We have a fabulous grant writer, and she's already been helping some of the other nonprofits understand what it really takes to get the grant. And then taking that across even Western North Carolina, which is a very different part of the state than Raleigh or the eastern part, so just helping out where we can and broadening that and sharing our knowledge is a really good thing, and excited to partner in that way. And sometimes you're going after the same donor base.
Right.
So how do we coordinate and make sure that, because it's a small community, that we are working together, so donors know if I prefer to give to kids or seniors or whatever, that they're all working together and not competing with each other.
I've been surprised in some of the conversations I've had with some large nonprofits, like 200 million in services, and we talk about building things for them to help them with their communication, collaboration in the organization. And we talk about, we can share this with other groups, and sometimes there's a little tension there that we have to have our uniqueness. So there is a little bit of that, there is some of that competition because you're competing for funds. Right. But also at the same time, I see that they want, a rising tide to lift all boats. They want
We say that
everybody.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
we do.
Yeah, because it's, at the end of the day, everyone's in this kind of business to help people. And so to me, I would think there's got to be clarity around how we fit in this ecosystem and what is the interdependency. So when we work together, it's better, and the funds are going to the right organization based on where is the need in the community.
100%.
Yeah, so I see partnering a lot. I see that, but it's a tension that I thought would go away, like from the corporate world of
I know,
competition.
it's interesting, right?
It's still
so
there.
you can take your corporate skills in a nonprofit, and they need those.
Yeah. So we're looking at ways, how do you help organizations as a whole but allow them to have their uniqueness.
Right.
And to say, let's focus on not something generic for you, but what makes you, you, so we can amplify, that in organization.
Yeah. And I'll say, doing stuff for kids is the easiest of all, because you just, who doesn't want to help the kids?
Yeah, right. Right.
And so, and then when you have successes with the kids and you put those kids out there to talk about, our youth of the year, when he started at the club, was just kind of a menace. Didn't want to be there, didn't want to do. And I went to the Youth of the Year dinner and sat next to him, and he's very interesting, but he loves the club. He'd rather go to the club than school, and he just loves how they have helped him grow over time, and just hearing those kinds of stories.
Yeah.
Your heart gets full, and you go, oh yeah, this is all worth it.
Yeah.
And also, as we get older and we need our own senior care, don't we want the kids who grew up learning to care for others and grew up in
it's been
having
modeled
these
to them.
programs taking care of us someday, right? So it's our future full circle.
Right. Yeah, you're creating the environment, the
Yeah.
culture that needs to care for you at a later date. Yeah.
And we have a lot of people, retired people from the community, who come in and do tutoring
Mm-hmm.
or volunteer to help out with kids. Like, even one of our board members, he does math. He has a math club,
Mm-hmm.
which is awesome because, we're geeks and we
Yeah.
like that sort of thing. So he does that, and his wife is a retired teacher, so she's helping with the young kids.
Mm-hmm.
And just there's an art to that,
Yeah.
right? And so people are just engaged in so many ways.
Mm-hmm.
It's just exciting and so rewarding,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So it sounds like you've got a lot of things that help draw you in
Yes.
to help.
Yeah.
What has been something that you lean on when you have bad days and helping these organizations where you get
A
frustrated?
little too much.
Yeah. What gives you energy to go back at it and keep at it?
For me, I like to go into the club when the kids are there.
Mm-hmm.
So, for my survivorship, my white blood count still isn't where it needs to be. So I can't hang out at the club too much with the kids. I'd like to be in the middle of them because that's my nature. But every time I can go there when the kids are there, that's all I need. Because it's loud and energetic. But this group is doing an art project, and that group is watching a video. And these guys, we've got a STEM lab now.
Okay.
So they're doing things there.
Oh, nice.
And so it's really, really just all the energy I need. Like, oh yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Adults can sometimes get in the way,
That's right.
but the kids do it.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Well, is there anything else you want to share about the Boys and Girls Club that you want others to know? Because part of why I do this is to support other human service leaders. One is to lift you up, that you're doing this work and how we appreciate you doing this work. But people also need to be fed with information and knowledge. Anything else you want to share around what you would like to hear if you were early in your career in helping human services?
Yeah, of course. So I grew up in corporate America, as you know. And so I have this vast skill set of ways to be corporate. But none of that was wasted, because now I can see how those skills are used in this world to give back. But what I'll say about the Boys and Girls Club specifically is it is a national organization. There's probably one near you. And just go to their website, just find out, do they have events you might want to participate or sponsor, or it doesn't have to be ours, although, if you want to help our club, because every year is the same. You have to raise the money to support the staff and the programs of the club. And so, just give back a little bit and you'll get rewarded greatly.
Yeah.
That's
well said. Right. Well, thank you, Tricia. I appreciate
thank you,
the
Tony.
time and to be able to hear more about what you're doing in Boys and Girls Club. I've heard a lot about your corporate world, and
That's
just
right.
to get this side of you is it's been nice to hear your story.
Yeah, it's pretty great. It's pretty great. And thank you for the hospitality and
You're
the tour
welcome.
of the garden. It's quite amazing. So
I love
y'all
sharing.
come.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Tricia.
Thank you.